What's that song from the Black Eyed Peas? I love myself. Hey, Black Women Amplified family. This is your girl, Monica Wisdom. And I feel like I got my mojo back. It has been. And it's going to be. But listen, we're here and we are powerful and we see each other in a whole new way. So I'm going to look for the silver lining in this moment. Yesterday, I was in tears all day. I woke up crying. I must have been crying in my sleep because I literally woke up and I was crying. I opened my eyes and tears were just falling down. So I must have been crying in my sleep. That has never happened to me before. I think it's a trauma response because 2020, 2019, not the deal. Not the deal. But here's what I was reminded today is that God is not the God of confusion. So all of those people that are saying that this is God's will, it is not. If you are an intelligent Christian who's a thinker and who understands the not just the words of the Bible, but the understanding of the mysticism of the teachings of the Bible, you know that there are other elements in play all the time, and it's all in the Bible. So God is not. 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace." So if we're in a state of uncertainty, confusion, a frenzy, that is not of God. It's in the Bible. Like the kids say, Bible. that's just the truth. And to understand that, to understand that this is not God's plan. Period. But what I do know that God beautifully orchestrated was the galvanization. Is that a word, galvanization? Galvanization and the untethering and the dropping of the Superwoman cape that Black women did together without a conversation. Black girl magic is winning, honey. Listen, I don't know what had happened, but at the same time, we all said when we saw those voting numbers, the exit numbers come out, and then the voting numbers come out, and we saw that the people lied in our faces, like the kids said, they played in our face. They played in our face. We're there for you, sister. We're there for you, sister. We are white women for Kamala. The numbers came out, and they were higher than the last election. Child, get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. I don't know about you. I'm not offering advice. I'm not selecting a book. I'm not educating. I care. Now I care about the things of the world. But at this moment, you all made your choice. And your choice was not me or anybody that looks like me. So, we all took a step back. We all shook that cape off of our shoulders. And we said, okay, well, let me go get some ice cream and see what's on Netflix. And I'm going to go over here and do me. And then, girl, you coming? Yep. Everybody said, yep. And we all headed over to wherever we needed to go to do what we needed to do. To heal, to grieve, to try and get some level of understanding, to disconnect, and to cuss, to cry, to laugh, because y'all funny, to galvanize, to understand, to get clear, crystal clear, Michael Jackson said it. All I want to say is they don't really care about us. All I want to say is they don't really care about us. And when I say they, I'm not speaking about individuals. We all have people of all colors in our families, people of all colors in our world. We have people that we have called friends and that we trusted, that we trust, that we care about, that we believe cared about us. And I don't think that that has changed individually. But as a collective, I'm going to need a little more courage. I'm going to need a little maturity. I'm going to need some of y'all to untether from white supremacy. Like, that's what I need to happen. You know, for me to be like, oh, yeah, da, 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 da. Get somebody else to do it. You know, really. Like, really get somebody else to do it. And doing it doesn't mean getting a blue bracelet. Doing it is not a march. I ain't coming. I ain't going. I have put in my tour of duty with marching, activism, advocacy, all the things. I have done my tour of duty. I would like my Medal of Honor. I would like all Black women to get a Medal of Honor for the duty that we have done for this nation. We are all Josephine Baker. We are all Nina Simone. We are all Eartha Kitt. We are all Maya Angelou. We are all Alice Wyndham. We are all the women. We are all Rosa Parks. We are all the women who've come before us. We are them and they are us. I remember there was a video that came out of a guy who was from, I don't know if he was Arab or if he was Indian, but he said that when he came to this country, that if he ever had a problem with anything, go find a Black woman and she'll help you. They know this around the world. And he said, every time I had a problem with something, I found a Black woman and she helped me. Well, guess what, sis? Now it's time for us to, like, pull that magic in and collectively say, get somebody else to do it. Call your energy back. Call your energy back to you. All of it. All of it. This is an exercise that I do when a relationship has ended for me. I call my energy back because I'm an all or nothing type of girl. I'm a loyal friend. I'm a good friend. I'm a great girlfriend. All the things. And when a relationship ends, whether it's a friendship or partnership or romantic relationship, I call my energy back. I filter it. I say, God, filter this so that all that is not of you does not come back to me. And I call my energy back because we need our energy to keep us powered up for all the things that we need to do. But baby, when I tell you, we're all going to look 10 years younger in about 5 weeks because we no longer have the burden or feel tethered to save this country, to save anybody, to even save ourselves. We just have to be right now. And I know people are trying to galvanize and do all the things and say, what do we do next? Like, where are we going? How do we move forward? We need to get back to work. We need to do this. No, we don't. We don't have that work. Like, we know what we need to do for ourselves intuitively. We know what we need to do for ourselves. All the things we've been doing for other people, other communities, we've done the work. We have the blueprint. It's in our DNA. But now we feel clear and guilt-free to say no. Thank you for asking. I am no longer available. What happens when somebody calls, somebody hangs up and says, please, what is this? What is it? We used to have operators and we had regular phones. Please hang up and try your call again. But you will always get a busy signal. From now, for the next 4 years, you will be getting a busy signal. Listen, I'm not going to be here long with y'all clowning, but I'm telling you what, get somebody else to do it. I can't. I can't. When those numbers came back and somebody sent them to me, and I was like, I just put my phone down and sighed and I cried. I was like, and the first thing that came in my head is they lied in our faces. They lied in our faces. And they chose to do that. It's a choice. And it's fun watching them be mad at us. I had a dream about this. Now that I'm thinking, I think I've talked about it on the podcast, but I had a dream about this probably about maybe a year ago. Oh my God, I had a dream about this. That black women just like disappeared from society. Not in a bad way, but in a way we weren't standing up and speaking for other people anymore. That we just disconnected. You know, it was like, we were like, oh, okay. I player. I'm gonna be over here. I see you. You'll be all right. Baby, you'll be all right. Like, we just rocking on the porch. Watching y'all play in the yard. Y'all be all right. Oh, you fell out of the tree? Oh, you'll be okay. Just go walk it off. Isn't that what our parents told us? Mm-hmm. Oh, just go walk it off. Go get you some water. You'll be okay. But I have some friends who've gotten emails about marches. We all were like, no, thank you. No, thank you to the blue bracelets. You know, if you want to support me, donate money to the podcast, you can go to blackwomenamplified.com. And there's a support the podcast button. You can drop some cash in there. I appreciate it. Thank you so much so I can keep this work going. But at the end of the day, that collective untethering was so beautiful to me. Was so beautiful. And I'm on Threads now, and it's just like heaven over there. I got off Twitter. I'm not a part of the great migration from Twitter, but I said that once this election was over, and I was talking to a friend, she's like, once the election over, I'm done. I was like, oh, me too. So it was something I had already decided that I'm getting off of Twitter. It's a mess over there. It's a mess. Twitter used to be so fun. There was nothing better than watching Scandal and being on Twitter at the same time. Super fun. There was nothing better than everybody watching a movie and getting commentary. Black Twitter was the best. Black Twitter was powerful. And as soon as that man bought that platform, he was done with us. It's clear about what somebody born in apartheid thinks of us if you look at how he did Twitter. When's the last time you saw Black Twitter trending? It used to be trending every day with something. Manipulation and misinformation. That's all it is over there. So if you have a Twitter account, think about it. Think about what you're going to do. Anyway, I'm not going to be over here long talking to y'all today. I just really wanted to come on and say that I was thinking about you, and I want you to thank yourself for the work that you did to support not only this election, but each other. I think it was an opportunity for us to see ourselves in a new way, to see somebody on that big stage that reflected maybe not all, but some of our values, some of our desires in life, some of our wishes, some of our wants, and someone who understood who we are. And it was beautiful to see Black men step up and get really vocal, like, hey, that's not us. And they stepped up. The numbers from ABC came out and said that 93% of Black men also voted for Kamala Harris, that the exit polls were incorrect. So we'll see. My hope and my prayer is that this moment becomes a movement, and this movement becomes a way of life for us, because other communities galvanize and they work for themselves. Clearly, the numbers have said it all. And so I think that we have really, we're special. We are so special. And this has been my life's work, to remind Black women how special we are. And everything that I do is simply to remind Black women how special we are. When I have these interviews, my intention for the interviews is not only for the guest on the show to tell their stories in the fullness of who they are, but for them to feel special. So when I'm doing an interview, I research, if depending on the amount of time that I have from the booking to the recording, I go deep into research about this person, this individual. I want to know everything I can about them, so that when I curate an interview, I put my questions together. I put 50 questions together for each guest. And I put a lot of research and heart and work into it, because I want you all to see the fullness of who they are, but I also want them to see themselves. So my work is not just about, oh, let's have a podcast. It's a space where women can feel, see, feel acknowledged, feel seen, feel loved, feel cared for, and feel safe. And that's the intention of this space. It's not just to empower us, but it's for us to see each other, and to people that have been ignored for so long. We're not all, a celebrity rapping on a stage. We're not all, an athlete. We're not all a movie star. There's so many people and positions from beginning to end that people don't talk to. And so I said, well, I'll create the space. I'll talk to them. And I just finished an interview with Tasha LaRae, who's the lead singer of Arrested Development. And when when I stopped recording, she said that this is probably the second best interview that I've ever had. And this is a woman who's a global star, who literally, her job is to travel the world and to sing. And she's a part of she's been with them for 10 years. You'll hear her story next week on the podcast. But that meant a lot to me, because that's what the feedback that I get from my guests after the show is done is exactly my intention. And so I know that I am in alignment with the work that I'm supposed to be doing. But it's not about me right now. It's about us. Don't worry about moving forward. Just do what you got to do. Just do what you got to do. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, be gracious with yourself. All the things that you do for all the other people, you get to close your arms around yourself and hug yourself with the love and the generosity that you have been giving others your whole life. So take this time and just be with yourself, be with your family, prepare for the holiday, whatever that is for you. But know that you were untethered and unburdened from being a savior or a martyr to anybody else. Call your energy back and just bask in all that you have done. And congratulations. We did a great job. We didn't win the election. At least that's what they say. But don't get me started. But just know that we still won. We got to see ourselves in a whole new way. And for me, that's a win. So I'm out. Make sure that you visit blackwomenamplified.com and check out what we're doing, what we're up to. Make sure you get on the email list. I'm going to be less on social media, more on the email list, talking to you all directly. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out where we can build community off of this podcast and off of social media. So I'm looking at Patreon or maybe some other spaces. But we'll see. It's coming soon. Sending you all light and love. And remember, you won. The country lost, but you won. Have an amazing day.